Investments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments, clearly different money management.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss.
Life, Love, and the Grind is sponsored by Life, Love, and the Grind Limited, and to the extent applicable, their guests. The views and opinions expressed therein do not necessarily reflect those of News Web Radio Company or its management.
Hello, everybody. I am so glad to have you guys on the line with us. We are starting a very special show today. We have an amazing guest. But before we get into that, Paul, I'm hearing a little bit of echo. So before we get into that, we have Sean, who's also joining us. Hey, Sean, how are you today?
Hey, what's up, Sarge? Enjoying Memorial Day, everybody.
Happy Memorial Day, everyone. It's been such an awesome long weekend. I think, I'm looking forward to just relaxing, to kind of getting away from the day-to-day things that we've kind of been going through. What better way to do this than a 3-day weekend? We're having a little bit of audio trouble. I'm just trying to move this a little better so we don't get this echo going. So, Sean, Memorial Day, we always talk about this, but the most important portion of the Memorial Day is actually just celebrating all of the people that have fought for our freedom, who have fought for our rights for this country, and just remembering all their sacrifices that they have made, along with the family members that have stood with us during this. I'm having a lot of echo on my side. I just want to make sure that Paul on the radio doesn't get this. But Sean, we all have a little bit of, we all bring a little bit more to the table than just where we are. I just want to make sure that everyone that is listening to the radio today, as well as watching us on Facebook, goes ahead and thanks one of our soldiers. Thanks for the sacrifices that they have made, especially the military families, as well as the Army families, all of our Gold Star families that have lost individuals who have stood for us and who have fought for us. Sean is an elected official. I'm an elected official. At that capacity, we just want to make sure that we are talking to all of you guys out there and making sure that you're celebrating Memorial Day first and foremost with those that have fallen, those that have fought for our freedom, fought for our rights, as well as taking some time out with your family and making sure that you're putting your best foot forward and really, really relaxing during this chaotic time. Sean, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, a little bit of an echo.
No, everything is much better now. I can hear you clearly as well. So, Sean, tell us how you are celebrating your Memorial Day.
Well, I'm up north. With the family, hanging out with the parents and my sister, my brother-in-law, my 5 nephews and my little niece, and we're just enjoying this gorgeous day. It's 85 up here, and it's just good to kind of have like a little refresh, kind of hang with all the family and kind of have a nice little long 3-day weekend.
I agree completely. And, we've gone through March, we've gone through April in complete isolation. And now that we're kind of coming out of this isolation, we're reaching out to our family members. Today actually is a holiday for me. We're celebrating Ramadan along with all of the rest of the Muslims out there. We're celebrating the end of a month-long fasting. So it's been trying for us in the sense that, it's Ramadan is like a Christmas for us, right? We bring together all of our families, all the individuals. We cook, we eat, we reach out to each one of us. We find ways of giving charity and giving back to the rest of the organizations that we belong to. Well, we were doing charity, we were doing all of the giving back, we were praying, but we didn't feel that sense of family, sense of community that we missed until today. So what we did this morning, you guys will find this hilarious, Sean, is I took the kids out for a drive-through Eid celebration. So we went to our local mosque, we sat in our car, and one person was giving us balloons, the next person was giving us cotton candy, and then so on. So, we still got that familial sense of belonging to our community, but we celebrated the best that we could. Hey, Raza, thanks for joining us. Raza's here as well, you guys. So let me tell a little bit about our guest. Our guest is Autumn Geist. She is the co-founder and co-owner of The Collective, LHE, the Makery, for those of you who are listening. She is an amazing person. She has been with the city that we call Lisle, this village that we call Lisle, where I'm a trustee. And Sean is Lisle Township trustee. Autumn has 3 kids. She is a small business owner. She has been instrumental in putting everything in her power to raise her 3 kids, as well as become this great part of the community. She has been part of the Booster Club. She's done so many different things, including what she has done with this brick and mortar store. What I wanted to talk to us about today was more about what she's doing and how she's kind of changing the game of small business during this pandemic.
Well, I really
we're in.
feel like you need to reinvent yourself in the current situation we're in. Hi, everybody. This is Raza Siddiqui. Sorry I'm a little late. It is a beautiful Memorial Day out there, and there's no better way to celebrate it by being outside with your portable radio and have Life, Love, and the Grind going. I know that's what Sean's doing. Sean, how you doing up there?
I'm good, man. Just enjoying the sun, enjoying the beautiful weather, and glad to have a show though. Glad to shine some light on small business,
Well, I'm glad to shine some light on that. And speaking of shining light on anything, I'm glad to see the kind of light at the end of the tunnel with Illinois looking to reopen back up. Because I'm telling you, Sean, Sarah, I don't know your take on this, but when it's this beautiful out, I think it's going to be hard to try to control the flow of people, just kind of keep them homebound. So I'm glad there's some procedures to start opening that up. What are you thinking, Sean?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, listen, I know people that are running up to Wisconsin. Wisconsin is packed. Bars are packed. Restaurants. The lakes up here are packed. People are out boating. People are out, getting together with family. When you're from the Midwest and you have about 2-3 good months a year of weather, I mean, when it gets nice, you got to enjoy it. So
there's no way to keep people off the lakes. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to taking the top down on my Jeep, figuring out a way to undo the doors. This is like my new hobby now. It's taken a whole bunch of stress away from me because I'm spending more times outdoor and away from Raza and not having a whole bunch of craziness happening at home, right? So just spending our time figuring out different ways of just being outdoors and enjoying this beautiful, amazing weather that we have going.
Oh, you need it. I mean, we get cooped up all year. So, I mean, you got to enjoy the weather when you get it. So, like I said, I hope everyone's being safe, but at the same time, get outside, go hang with your family. Let's have a good Memorial Day. It's a beautiful day. I'm excited about hearing from Autumn. I'm excited to kind of talk about the small businesses and how they've been impacted, but even better than how they've been impacted, like Raza, like you said, how they bounce back. I mean, I think we forget that these small businesses are very resilient, and they're all doing, a lot of them are struggling, but a lot of them are doing really well, and they're thinking outside the box. And I'm excited to hear Autumn's take on what they're doing over there with the Collective.
Yeah, I agree completely. Should we punch up Autumn?
Yeah, bring her on.
All right. Hey, Paul, are you ready for Autumn?
She's on.
Awesome.
Okay, hello.
Hi, Autumn. Can you hear us?
I can. Thank you. Can you hear me well?
We can. Oh, awesome.
Great.
Thanks for
Great.
joining us, Autumn.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a great opportunity to share with you what we're doing, and hopefully maybe other small businesses will be inspired, or maybe other small businesses will call in and share the things that they're doing, and maybe we'll learn something new as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell us a little bit. So how's it been? We're going on 2.5, 3 months of all this stay-at-home lockdown. So how have you guys been dealing with all this?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, first and foremost, I think that, and I don't want to diminish anyone else's efforts or ability to pivot, because everybody has to do what's best for them and what they have the capacity for. I think we had to learn to pivot very quickly. We were really accustomed to having people come into the store and be able to pick things up and touch them and feel them. And, that's what really set us apart from the online experience. And then when we couldn't have people coming in the store, smelling, touching, picking things up, we had to act very quickly. And the response was to navigate an online shopping experience. But in doing that, we still felt like maybe there was a little bit of a disconnect still, because that we lost some of that personal touch. So we started doing Instagram live shopping experiences, and other small businesses are doing this as well. So twice a week, I jump on Instagram Live. I have typically an agenda of items that we're going to be taking a look at that day. And I really take them around the store with the camera. So while they can't really touch and smell things, they're still getting to be inside of the store virtually. And I know that people have really missed that experience. So the Instagram Lives has been one way that we have, helped to keep people remain connected and interested in shopping. Some other things we've done is we now do offer local delivery. We do curbside delivery contactless so that everyone stays safe, because safety is our primary concern, not just for us as, the people working in the business, but also for our customers. So we want to be responsible when it comes to that. So we do contactless curbside and contactless porch drop-off. And then we also have been shipping. So one of the things that's been really exciting, now that we're doing the Instagram Lives, we've expanded our reach. So while Lisle is still the heart of our business and the surrounding suburbs are the heart of our business, we have been shipping to other states. And that has been so exciting. And I'll tell you, people really do want to support small businesses in these times. Small businesses, especially on a main street, are the heart of your community. And I think people feel as vested in the business sometimes as we do, because they feel like it's their store, right? So they want to support. So people have been super supportive and very good about sharing our posts, because in these days with social media algorithms, it's really important to have people commenting, sharing your posts. People don't realize, maybe they're not in a position to purchase, but that's okay. If they can share our page, like and comment, that is magic for us. So, those are just some of the things that we're doing to help really to stay connected to our customers and to be relevant.
No, you know what? I absolutely agree. When I was thinking about what it is that we can do for Memorial Day, one of the things that, we've always done around Memorial Day, other than, paying homage and going to the Memorial Day parade and is shopping, right? So Memorial Day always has the most amazing sales. And in a situation and an economy like this, that's something that I miss. I mean, I'm like a touchy-feely person. So as long as I can't touch something, I don't smell something, I don't necessarily buy it. So for you to come up and find a way to pivot, to kind of think outside the box from what it is that you guys do. And for those of you who are listening, honestly, her store has the most amazing candles, amazing smells right as soon as you walk in. I think I've been haunting Autumn's store for as long as I can remember. My mom loved it like way back when she just opened up. So I think this is one of those things that really brings the entire community, all the women that I can think of, together to this particular store. So again, great.
Well, that's a piece that's been hard to match, right? So I guess I should explain. The store is a lifestyle boutique, and we feature home decor, gifts, accessories, tabletop wall art. But we're also a makery, and the intention of the makery was to give women and other people, everyone, not just women, but a place to come and create in community. We really believe that we were all born to create, and to have a place where you can come and create with other people is just so magical. That piece we are missing. I will tell you that I know people have missed that, but we have pivoted with that. We did create makery kits to go. We have our paint by number kits to go. And we will be offering, we already have a couple of online classes ready to post. So watch for those to go live, because that's definitely a huge part of our business that has not been as easy to pivot with, but we're working on it.
And one of the paint by numbers kits that I see on Instagram and as well as on Facebook, as you follow Autumn or the Collective, there's a page for the Collective. So either follow Autumn or the Collective itself. But the paint by numbers are really, really cool. The fact that, you guys are artists, that you can kind of put together all of these little crafty ideas, and then you can actually take home an awesome piece of art and have it hang in your room. So that's something really different that, Autumn has been doing and kind of bringing in. Do you have an artist background, Autumn, or did you just kind of come up with this concept as you started seeing all of this stuff pop up?
Yeah, well, so Jen is a licensed artist, so she definitely inspires a lot of the projects we do. I'm what you call a creative, so I can draw, I can paint, I can make lots of different things, but I'm not a licensed artist per se. So we're very fortunate to have a creative and an artist in this space. I think that having those two different takes is really helpful, and then I obviously have a background in sales and marketing, so that all of those gifts together helped us to come up with the great classes and the great kits and the things that we've done to help people to, be able to create. I think especially in these times when people have felt such uncertainty and have been stressed or maybe felt a little down or, really nervous because, maybe they didn't know what was going to happen with their job, or maybe it was really hard to balance teaching their kids from home while also trying to work from home. And there's just a lot. Everybody's feeling so many things. And then you add to that the complication of, the strife that's happening politically. And so I think that when you can take something and just take that time for yourself and create, I think it's very, very, very nourishing. I really see that as self-love, self-care, taking that time to just kind of exhale and create something beautiful that you can have some bragging rights for when you hang it on your wall, and you can welcome people in your home again. So it's we're really fortunate that we've been able to still fill that need in the way we can for people.
Self-help, self-care is something that we've been doing a series of seminars, a series of actually even our podcast as well as our radio shows for the past couple of days have been around self-help and self-care. One of the awesome things that that kind of brings our voice to all of you guys that are listening out there are our sponsors. Paul, so if you could break out and we can do our sponsors for this break. We'll be right back, you guys.
This is Louis Kyer from GWC Injury Lawyers. Now that cannabis is legal in Illinois, an understanding of the law and the risks associated with ingesting cannabis is critically important. Under the Cannabis Act, you can legally ingest marijuana only in a very limited number of places. Not in public, not on government or school premises, and not even in your own condo or apartment if your landlord has a no smoking policy. A positive test is potentially lethal to your rights in 3 key areas: employment, work injuries, and driving. So if your employer has a zero tolerance drug and alcohol policy, you can be terminated if you fail a drug test, even though your cannabis consumption was legal. If you're hurt on the job and test positive for cannabis, the legal presumption is that your accident was caused in part because of the cannabis, and your workers' compensation rights can be totally denied. DUI laws have not changed. Impaired means impaired. And a DUI due to cannabis or alcohol can ruin your career. If you want to indulge in legal THC before you ingest, read up on your rights at gwclaw.com.
Megan Financial is an independent retirement and financial services firm dedicated to the working men and women of organized labor. Megan provides straightforward, custom-fit financial advice and specializes in defined benefit and defined contribution pension plans, as well as participant and retiree health and welfare benefits. Megan Financial has the knowledge and experience to navigate the union member through all phases of life. Call 708-444-1090.
Securities and advisory services offered through Cetera Advisors LLC, member FINRA, SIPC, a broker-dealer and registered investment advisor. Cetera is under separate ownership from any other named entity. Office location at 5321 South 94th Avenue, Orland Park, Illinois, 60462.
All right, so for those of you... Oh, go ahead, Sean. Take it away.
Sorry. Yeah, so Life, Love, and the Grind. You're Sean Alvarez, VP of SARS Vet. Our guest today is small business owner, the owner of the collective out in Lyle, Autumn Dice. And she's telling us about how kind of this new world of 3-month lockdowns, how to survive, and how you guys say how to pivot into kind of thinking outside the box and bringing new thoughts and new ways to have a successful business. I mean, it's not easy, these brick and mortar stores where you have such a good camaraderie and a good, kind of vibe of, people to people skills. How do you do that now when you're not allowed to see each other? So, Autumn, where are we moving forward now? I mean, hopefully we come out June 1st. They're saying that they're going to lift some of the orders up, but the stores may not still open. How is all this online stuff? Are you going to continue with this online movement when everything kind of comes back to normal?
Well, first and foremost, the other thing that we're doing that I forgot to mention, right before the show, I've been doing virtual shopping with customers. So I had a customer who wanted to style a tray, so we just did a FaceTime call. So we do one-on-one shopping experiences with customers. That's another way that we've increased our value during these times. As far as reopening, that's a tricky thing, and I'll be honest with you. And I don't want to say reopen because I've been open. I've been open. So I know that there's a really strong movement of open Lyle, but I've never been closed. My doors just were not open. So I have been working every day, actually probably harder and more than when the doors were open. So I want to preface that, it's like we're social distancing, but we're really not. We're physically distancing. So it's the same thing. My door is not open, but I'm open. I am here. I'm accessible. I have online shopping. I have virtual shopping. People shop our Instagram feed, our Facebook feed. We do have our online store. As far as what happens when things reopen, I think that it's going to be a slow and steady process. The door my goal is to open the door to a limited number of customers at a time. I have to do what's best for me, for my health, because I am compromised as an asthmatic. So I have to be extra careful as far as the traffic that I do allow in the store. And I know that people who know and love me and the store are understanding of that. This has nothing to do with any type of posturing. It's just truly my health, right? So we're going to take it slow and steady here. I know that many businesses are planning to reopen this Friday here downtown Lyle. And I think we're going to just take it slow and steady. I think that we're, going to stick with a limited number of customers in the store at a time. We still want people to have the ability to shop safely, and we can't do that if we fill the store with 10 people. The store just doesn't have the capacity to have enough space between people for that to happen safely. So again, safety is going to be first. So we're not reopening. We are open. So I hope that answers the question.
You're open, but you're just opening your doors wider this time around, right?
I like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that's it. Yeah.
So, you know what? Economic uncertainty, like in normal times, not just during now, but like it affects women, I think, at a higher rate than it does for men. And especially for like small business owners. How have you like put together a business plan to help you sustain all of the impacts that we've faced as women, as gender, as race, as every single other thing? What has your business plan been? Because I know part of today was to also talk about what has made you successful, Autumn, and what has made this business successful.
Wow. Well, there's a couple different answers in there. So that changes day to day. And I have to tell you, it has to, because every day you're presented with new challenges, and you have to be able to think quickly, respond in a way that is, productive. Mm-hmm. I think that's the first thing, is being able to pause. Okay, not react, pause. What do I do next? How do I make this still viable? So I have been, working to increase some partnerships with some different artists and different providers so that our offering in the store is even stronger. So that's something that I've been working on. Been looking for ways to expand my reach. So the store now has a house party app. We have a YouTube channel that will be loading videos to. So just doing different things to expand our reach. As far as being a female business owner, over 70% of the businesses downtown Lyle are female owned. That's so powerful. One of the things that we do too is our store, we lead the Downtown Business and Retail Association. So we're constantly, talking to other businesses. What are you doing that's working? What would you like to do? Do you want to try this? Here's a resource. I have a friend, a realtor in the area, who generously printed these 24 by 30 posters that say, yes, we're open, in this really bright font. And her only ask is that once you post the poster in your window, that you take a picture of it and send it to her. And so, her contribution, she's actually in real estate. So her contribution is, hey, I'm going to print these posters for you. And then I'm going to also post the picture that you send me of the poster in your window. So again, really leveraging social media and our networks to increase our reach, so that hopefully that leads to more customers, more sales. And I think one of the things that we do that is it's lost in bigger box experiences, is that, and this probably just comes from my sales marketing background, is we really believe in relational experiences with people. I don't want someone just to come in my store and buy something and never see them again. I want them to feel like they have a relationship with me and the store. I genuinely am a people person. I care about people very deeply, and I hope that people feel that when they have experiences, whether that's in the store or making a purchase online, through the phone, or in our virtual shopping experiences. I think that connection that we create makes a very big difference in people feeling motivated to continue to support this business. So,
Autumn, you were telling, one of the things that you sent over about yourself was called the Connect the Dot Queens. Is that what you mean by Connect the Dot Queen?
Yeah. Oh, well, Connect the Dots. I think that I'm a very intuitive person, and I'm always paying attention to everything. I probably pay attention to more things than I should, but so I'm always connecting things. Somebody needs something, I remember they needed it, and I find a resource and I connect them. So I'm a really good connector when it comes to need and solution. I'm a very solution oriented person, and that's not to say that I don't have gripes or strife, but I'm really all about, like, how do we fix it? How do we roll our sleeves up, and how do we fix it? Okay, the store is closed. It's for everyone's safety. Okay, how do we navigate this? Okay, we push our product online, and we worked feverishly to get as much product in the online store as possible. Some of our vendors, we reached out and said, look, hey, we can't be open for deliveries and having people in and out of the store. How can you help us? So we've created some partnerships where we have some of our vendors are drop shipping directly to our customers for us. So you just kind of have to be very fluid. I mean, you have to have a base structure and a base mission. Like, what's your mission? Our mission is to serve people. Our mission is to connect people, right? And to provide carefully curated products to them, featuring artisans and artists who don't have a brick and mortar primarily. So that's our mission. But then in that, this isn't a hobby. It's still a business, and we still have to make money. So how do we continue to do that in these times? So that's the connect the dots piece. But I'm always connecting something. So I think also, to be honest with you, I think as a single widowed parent, I've just kind of had to always learn to be resilient in difficult times. No one in my life, as I've had different struggles, and not that my struggles are bigger or worse than anyone else's, but no one has ever given me permission to sit in a corner and suck my thumb and rock and feel badly for myself. Never. Mm-hmm. That's probably one of the best gifts that my mother gave me, is the gift of resiliency, and to be able to bounce back, and okay, this didn't work. All right, turn. Does this work? If that doesn't work, okay, turn. But not, oh, it didn't work, and throw your hands in the air and go, well, I'll just be closed and my business is going to go under, and now what do I do? Am I afraid? Of course, every day, but I'm very authentic about that. Every day I'm afraid. Like, is this going to work? Am I doing the right thing? Do we renew the lease? Is this smart? But I have to have some faith in my fight. And I think my fight has always been very strong, and it has served me well. And it has gotten me through way more difficult situations and times. And I think that I've almost been trained and prepared for this moment.
Well, you know what? It's great to hear that, and that's kind of the whole mantra of all business now. I mean, you have to, when the going gets tough, the tough get going, and you got to do what you got to do. I mean, no one saw this coming, but you got to adapt with the times. And one thing even with Sarah is, as an elected official in Lisle, you ran on the importance of community and development and building this town. I mean, the collective is one of hopefully many small businesses coming. Sarah, where do you see this doing to the community? You know, where do you see Lisle coming out of this? Are we going to bounce back stronger and hopefully get more small businesses to Lisle, or are we going to lose a lot of businesses that we already have?
No, you know what? We have lost a few, but that's not to say that we will not be getting more. And the small businesses that have stayed with us, they're the ones that are that are ingrained in part of the Lisle community. As far as the small business mantra, whatever it is that we need to do, I'm going to be blue in my face until I say this. Lisle is open for business, and yes, we may have some pushbacks. We may have some extra hoops that we would require everyone to jump through as of right now. But we're going to make sure that you're the right person to bring into Lisle and you become successful. You know, Autumn is part of this organization that actually helps the rest of the downtown as well as the Lisle businesses, right? So she gets together with everybody. They talk about what it is that they feel passionately about. They bring it to the village board, and the village board hears for most of it, right? I am always with the small businesses, because what makes Lisle unique is what we can offer to the rest of the community that Downers Grove doesn't have, that Naperville doesn't have, that our surrounding areas don't have. So having the collective within Lisle with all of these different tiny little things in her store, I think really embodies what Lisle means. You know, just going down the street in my neighborhood, we have such diversity, we have such community, we have such amazing ranges of ages and individuals and backgrounds. You know, having that kind of embodied within Collective, like one of the things that I think I found in Collective that was kind of eye-opening for me was like this this nut jar that Autumn sold me, like I think the second or the third time that I was there. Yeah. And you know what? I have
nut butter.
Yes, the nut butter
nut
thing.
butters are one of those products that have I'll just tell you really quickly. The nut butters are one of the products in the store that have a heartful cause behind them. We're really proud of the products like that in the store. So basically what that means is the product serves a bigger mission than just being a retail item. In the case of the nut butters, this is a company that employs women who've been through difficult circumstances, and they put them through a 6 to 9 month internship program where they learn everything from manufacturing to marketing. And when they leave, they feel empowered, and ability breeds confidence. And so they go out into the world with some real transferable job skills. So not only are you eating some yummy butter that has no peanuts or sugar added, might I add, but you're having a product that you feel good about, knowing that you're making a difference just eating nut butter. And that's like magic, right?
No, it is. And, you know, this is like my philanthropic side. This is where like my giving back to the community side really, really kicked in. So when I saw that at the Collective, I was like, okay, you know what? I need to continue to come here. I need to continue to patronize this store just to make sure that other women who are facing a lot worse situations than I have gone through, that other people have gone through, they continue to have a voice and they continue to put food on the table.
Amen.
Amen. You know what? I completely appreciate all of the reach that you guys are doing out there. But for all the listeners, what I would like to do is kind of pop up our promo code. So Autumn, if you want to talk a little about what our promo code is.
Yeah. So we just wanted to thank everyone for tuning in today. We wanted to thank you for supporting our small business. So, the first and foremost, like our page, The Collective LHE and Makery on Facebook and Instagram. But if you can, if it's in your means, then we would love for you to shop with us. And the website is www.thecollectivelhe.com. And we do have a promo code for you for listening today, and that is WCPT, which are your call letters, 15. So 15% coupon that we are offering to your listeners today through Wednesday evening.
So the 27th is my birthday, Sean. Take a note down.
Good timing. Well done.
Birthday on Thursday, so I definitely will be checking it out, passing it along, and hopefully get some.
We have lots of things for men, Sean. So yes, don't feel like we don't cover you too. We got you.
Absolutely, absolutely. But no, you know what? I mean, it's a great business. It's, you know what, you're a small business in a growing town. You guys are doing really well. And it's just great to see you guys be resilient in these times. And that's kind of our duty as community to help out our small businesses where people stay thriving and keep people going even in these hard times. You know?
Yes, thank you so much. We're super grateful for the opportunity to share our story with you.
So,
Yeah,
Autumn, one of the things that I think another product of yours that I'm wholeheartedly in love with are the truckers hats. So, you know, I don't know if too many of you guys know this. There's like a huge movement of mamas out there with trucker hats. And
Because let's face it, you don't have to have a good hair day if you have a trucker hat. I mean, not that you have to have a bad hair day to wear one, because they're just so darn cute. And we can do personalized logos, zip codes, family farm names, your last name, your whatever college your kid is heading to in the fall, or your alumni. We do a lot of those hats, and they're definitely hair savers.
completely hair savers. And talking about kids and colleges, congratulations. Your son is going to where again?
Oh, thank you so much. He's so excited. He committed to playing D2 football at Saginaw Valley State in Michigan. So hurts my heart a little bit to have the baby of the family heading so far away. It's 5 hours away. But I'm really fortunate. I've got some great friends who have committed to being road warriors with me. So I'll bring the snacks and we're going to make it happen. So he's very excited.
Yeah, well, it's good. Like I said, we always like to spotlight, you know, hardworking men, hardworking women, small business owner, mother, you know, Sarcenet elected official. I mean, we're all working hard to try to make the community better and do all that we can. So it's good to see everybody helping people. Good to see your son doing well.
Thank you. And thank you both for the services that you, for your service roles in our community too. So thank you so much for everything that you do.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So we appreciate the code. So don't forget, go on the collective, WCPT 15. You're going to get what is 15% off.
15% off. Yeah, they'll enter that coupon code at the end of their, before they check out. And it's www.thecollective, L as in Larry, H as in Happy, E as in Edgar.com, LHE.com.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I'll be checking it out. We'll be sharing it around. And
Great. Thank you.
Yeah. What do you think, Sarah?
No, I think, again, I can't speak enough about the collective, about what she's doing. You know, Autumn, you want to tell us a little bit about like how you've kind of band together the movement of the Boosters Club and different ways that you've actually impacted our community. I think that is something that as small business owners, you really do impact whatever it is that you're doing. And I want to make sure that all of our listeners out there who are business owners know that it's not just, you know, a store that you set up and you walk away from. You really have to ingrain yourself and become part of the community, become part of that movement that really drives.
Oh,
and
my goodness.
Autumn has a great
100%.
story.
Yeah, well, you have to, right? Because otherwise it's going to be transactional. That's the bottom line, right? So I have been in the Lisle community for 26 plus years. This is my son graduating. I've had a child in Lisle 202 schools for 26 years. I just joked about this on Facebook. I deserve a diploma. I have worn many hats. I have been on HSO boards. I've been HSO president. I have started programs, Spring into Safety. I've done fine arts. I've been vice president booster for the last couple of years, in charge of all the membership and fundraising. So I have all of those experiences and connections and relationships that I crafted were very helpful in all of my volunteer roles. So it allows me to tap into the business community with my volunteer roles, and there's the queen of the connecting the dots, I guess, right? So. Yep. Just really parlaying all of those relationships to help one another and support one another. And I'm so proud of everything that I was able to be a part of in this community. And I'm going to miss it so much, being involved in the ways I have been. I will still be involved, but it'll be just in different ways. My life is going to shift. I'm going to be an empty nester. which is that's a major change for me. So thank goodness I have the business to focus my energy on. But yeah, so yeah, I definitely, have been very active in the community for a very long time, and outside. I've been appointed different roles, outside of the Lisle community. So I've just been busy, and my other role is my other business is I'm a professional speech coach. So obviously I'm not coaching anyone right now in the pandemic, but that is something I'm very passionate about as well. So I'll be busy.
Well, we appreciate everything you do. We're talking with Autumn Geist. You're listening to Life, Love, and the Grind with Sean and Sarah and Raza. We're going to run to a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. Check out The Collective on their Facebook page, their website, WCPT15 for a discount code, and we'll be right back after this commercial.
Life, Love, and the Grind is proudly sponsored by Rich Lewandowski and our friends at Breaker Press, Chicagoland's top choice for union printing. We're a third-generation family-owned business that has been helping unions and political campaigns win since 1976. We've been involved in hundreds of winning elections, and we get our printed materials to you on time and on budget every time. Whether you're running for the courthouse or the White House, we will take you from concept to design and from print to mail or your supporters' front yards. Breaker Press can help you reach the voters you need. Call Rich at 773-852-5733 or email rich@breakerpress.com. For all of your political printing needs, visit us at breakerpress.com.
All right, if you're just tuning in, you're with Sean, Raza, Sarah, Life, Love, and the Grind. We're interviewing Autumn Geist, owner and operator of The Collective, and a great small business in downtown Lisle. She's got a promo code going, WCPT15. Check out her Facebook page, her website. Check out The Collective. Come on down to downtown Lisle sometime. Check it out. It's a great little spot. So June 1st, we're all going to be reopening, hopefully. Where are we moving forward? Do you think there's going to be a flood into these businesses on them? Do you think everyone's going to be anxious to get out of the house and be running to start shopping again? Or
well, I know they are, because people keep asking me, when are you opening? When are you opening? I can't wait to come back in the store. So I think I think that small businesses are going to really thrive with the reopening, because I think people have been so anxious to go back to their favorite stores. One of the things I think would be really cool, I'm just going to put this out into the universe, it would be amazing if people would be super intentional about that. And I'm not saying just with my business, but any small business, if people would just say, hey, that first week of reopening, we're going to go back and show a lot of love to these small businesses and just give them a little leg up.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, like I said, we feel for everyone financially, and we hope everyone's been able to stay working. We obviously always thank all of our essential workers, and hopefully people kind of get back to work, and they start getting back to the routine of things. Which a routine of that is restaurants, bars, small businesses, shopping. I mean, these are all things that maybe we all took for granted, but now being away from it, I mean, it's serious stuff. I mean, we take these are important things for all of us to enjoy.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think, yeah.
Well, I mean, with the restaurants, I think a lot of the restaurants, not just in downtown Lisle area, but just all around Illinois, have done amazingly, kind of just pivoting, doing the online orders, even kind of doing the drive-through services not drive-through, right? So it's just a carry-out service, but bringing it all the way to the car, helping individuals, helping people into the car, putting the food in there, all of that stuff, I think, has been really helpful for the restaurants. Not to say that it replaces the amount of tips that they were receiving, just being that ambiance coming in, that's not going to be replaced at all. I think as we kind of move forward into the next realm or next stage, having that outdoor patio seating, kind of figuring out a way to kind of shut down some of the major streets and allowing us to kind of expand a little bit will be really, really beneficial for the restaurants. And you know what? You can kind of walk in and check out the small businesses while you are there. other events that are happening at the collective, at other places, those events can continue to carry on. They can continue to happen, but they just need to happen in a smaller scale. So, Autumn, do you have your gift card usage been going up? Like, are people buying gift cards, or are they still buying a lot of merchandise online? Because knowing me, I just keep shopping like crazy. I think having the internet at my fingertips is horrible.
I know, right? That's funny. I think in the beginning, we did do a lot of gift card business because I think that's what the suggestion was. Everyone was saying, buy gift cards to use later. But for the most part, we have a lot of consumables. So our customers really are buying product. They're buying lotion, they're buying soap, they're buying candles, things that, just are just little luxuries that make people happy. They're buying hand sanitizer from us. They're buying, and all of our soaps are made locally with really good ingredients. So when you're supporting your purchases here, when you're making purchases here, not only are you supporting a small business, but you're supporting artisans and makers in their craft who don't have a brick and mortar, so they don't have the same reach as we might. So I think that's really powerful. But I would say, yeah, for the most part, people have been making purchases. And then after they've been home for a little while, now they're starting to kind of look at the walls and they're looking around the room and going, maybe I can use a little something here, and maybe I can use a little something there. So then that's where they're calling in. We're doing the virtual styling sessions with them and just, creating that value so that they can still do some little sprucing up here and there since they have been in home a lot. You start to notice things that maybe you didn't notice before, right? So, but yeah, mostly purchases, I would say.
All right. Well, you did bring up you're now an empty nester, and you're going to be focusing a lot of your time and energy towards your store. What else is in store for you, Autumn? Other ways that you may want to get politically involved in your local community? Is that on the radar?
You caught me off guard with that one. It's definitely something that's on my radar. I will say it's definitely something on my radar. I did take a class last year. I don't know if you've ever heard of you probably have heard of it. You're a female politician. She Should Run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I did do that last year just to kind of explore what would that look like for me? What would that time commitment look like? And this is going to be the first time in my life, just being completely transparent, that I'm going to be alone. I've been a mother since I was very young, and I've never just been Autumn, and I've never just been on my own. So I'm teetering between, do I want to just have a little bit of that time of just me for a while? Or do I want to go ahead and take my energy and my passion and my experience and transfer that into supporting and serving my community? So I can still support and serve my community without a title, but we'll see. It's not off the table.
Well, we would.
We like to support our strong female politicians. That's for sure.
No, that's exactly what I was trying to get at. We know we need more women, more empowered leaders in our community, not just in Lisle, but all throughout Illinois as well as United States. Just finding different ways.
I agree.
Finding different ways that we can make a difference, and especially all of us who have struggled and have come from different backgrounds, making sure that we have that voice first and foremost, I think, is the most important thing. And whatever you decide to, Autumn, whether you choose to be a politician, a local politician, or a national politician, I think will be a great thing to kind of bring forward. You've already done a tremendous job. We're raising 3 amazing kids, as well as building a brick and mortar store that is literally a cornerstone for Lisle. But I'm sure I would love to see what else you can bring to the table politically. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you. I appreciate that vote of confidence.
And why don't you give us your website information and where everyone can go and shop one more time?
Yeah, I'll give you the information. So the website address is www.thecollective.com. And you'll just scroll down the page to the Shop the Online store to click on that. And that's where you, after you shop with us, you will apply the discount code at the end of your shopping experience, which is WCPT15. It's a 15% code that is going to be good until Wednesday at midnight. So you've got like a good 3.5 days to use that code. Also, the phone number to the store is 331-903-6158. So I'm happy to help you with any gift needs you have, shopping needs you have. We've got some great gift sets. If you need to send someone a thank you or a pick me up, I'm happy to put a gift set together for you. We want you to feel like we are your one-stop shop and that we can help you with anything from gifts to personalization. We're here for you. But if you can't shop with us, please support us on social media. Like, comment, and share our Facebook and Instagram posts. We are so grateful.
Well, I do know a lot of people that do a lot of online shopping, and as easy and nice and quick Amazon is, please take a break, switch over to support a small business. You know, you're supporting the community, you're supporting your neighbors, the hardworking people that are making nice livings, but you're not supporting the multi-billion-dollar Amazon brand. Let's shift it for this week. Go check out this website. Go check out the Facebook page, WCPT15. Get the discount code. You're getting a good deal. You're getting great items, and you're supporting a good cause. So for everyone out there listening, please go and support the Collective and Mile.
Thank you so much, everyone.
So it's a beautiful Memorial Day weekend. I appreciate you coming on, Autumn Guys, with the Collective, Downtown Mile, Sar Sadat, my co-host, my partner in crime, and Raza Siddiqui. You know what? I think we just have everybody enjoy the rest of their Memorial Day weekend. It's 85 degrees out where I'm at, so.
Yes, everyone have a healthy and safe Memorial Day weekend, and remember, what this holiday is about. We are honoring the people who made the greatest sacrifices for our liberties and our freedoms, and we don't know them all, but we owe them all. So have a great Memorial Day, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Make sure that you go ahead and thank our soldiers, our amazing family members who help support our soldiers, and those that have fallen. So I really appreciate everyone joining us today. Thank you.